Hello! My name's Odessa Esco, and this is Commonly Confused English. Before we get to the video, make sure you like and subscribe if you already aren't. And if you want the written version with more examples and more explanation, make sure to click the link in my banner for the Google Docs with the written version of everything you see in the Commonly Confused English playlist. Today's video is about the word give and provide. Both of these words are talking about ownership and possession. So ownership is like the legal rights, who this belongs to. Possession is talking about the physical placement of the object, who physically has that person, place, or thing at the moment in their possession. Just because you have possession doesn't mean you have ownership. Sometimes people have each other's belongings, right? Doesn't mean they legally own it or that that person exchanged ownership. They might have just given them the possession of it temporarily or permanently. Let's talk about give first and how it differs from provide. Give is what we use to talk about gifts and also favors. Gifts are things that we're giving to people permanently. So we're exchanging the ownership and possession permanently. I give you this ring. Will you marry me? I gave you the possession of it. Here you go. And I gave you legal ownership. I'm giving you this ring, right? I verbally told you it's yours. You tell people you're giving them something, you're giving away the ownership and the possession of it. Example of how give is for favors is when people ask you to pass them things. Hey, can you give me that pencil, please? Can you pass me that pencil? That's like you're asking them a favor of passing you something. We also use give to talk about intangible things like emotions and ideas. For example, a presenter at an award show might say, let's give our next guest a hand, or let's give our next guest some love, right? Clap your hands, show them appreciation, give them some love. You're not really giving them anything, that's how they ask you to clap. If you watch soap operas or dramas, you might hear dramatic sentences like, give me a break. When somebody is being ridiculous or if somebody thinks they're lying successfully and they're just really not, you might just be like, give me a break. None of that's true. Provide is insinuating that this is a temporary exchange. Perhaps you're going to, let's say, a workshop to create a mug. You're going to a pottery class, you're gonna make a cute little mug, and they're gonna provide you with like the clay and the spinning wheel and all those things you need to make the mug. So the clay, they're gonna give you the clay, right? Because you're gonna make the mug out of that, and then you're gonna keep the mug. They're gonna give you clay, and then they're gonna provide you with aprons. They're gonna provide you with little tools to make the shapes and divots in the clay. They're gonna provide you with the spinning wheel during that period of time that you're making the art piece that you're making. You're not taking any of those pieces of equipment home with you. So they're just giving it to you temporarily while they provide you the service of guiding you and teaching you how to make whatever you've signed up to make. In that case, they're only giving you temporary possession. You're never ever in ownership of any of the things that they're providing you with. They're also providing you with the service of the space, the studio space, and the leadership and guidance. They're using provide in both senses in that example. It's also important to note that when you're talking about needs like food, shelter, water, people use the word provide. Like the Red Cross provides food and shelter for those who need it. Like you could say they give them food and shelter, but for whatever reason, when it's a need, most people use the word provide. That's my suggestion for you. But of course, it's your English voice. Do whatever you want. Most of my students confuse just the context of when to use these two words. To be clear, we use give when we're talking about gifts and favors, and when we're talking about intangible things like emotions and attitudes. We use provide when we're talking about sharing and giving people things temporarily or for a specific instance. We also use the word provide when we're talking about needs. If you have any more questions or recommendations for the next videos, please leave them in the comments down below. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Stay cute.